Yeah. So I think you see my screen. So our target today is to look at Tailwind in HTML. But I would like to give a few pointers. Tailwind CSS is a highly customizable, so you can customize it. It's utility-first CSS framework that helps you quickly build modern and responsive user interfaces. If you don't know responsive means something that can look reasonably well on small devices, medium devices, and large devices. That's what responsive means in design. As well, responsive in performance can mean whether something is responding in time, in the desired time or not. But in a design like CSS, we are referring to the design's responsiveness depending on the device it's being displayed or viewed on. So in this Tailwind and PHP session, we shall look at trying out Tailwind, installing Tailwind, understanding utility-first approach, styling a login and sign-up page, then we shall conclude. I expect that this session might be two episodes, one today and another on another day. So let's dive in. I'll quickly go to the I'll go to another tab over here, and we get something little about Tailwind. So they say here, Tailwind CSS works by scanning all your HTML files, JavaScript components, and any other templates for class names, generating the corresponding styles and then writing them to a static CSS file. It's a fast, flexible, and reliable with zero runtime. So that's what Tailwind CSS is about. Now, how can we try out Tailwind? Because we said we shall try it out. How can we try it out without really going into a lot of difficulties? What we can do is we can go to this tab where there is Play CDN. Now, the CDN, what we can do about it is that add the Play CDN script to your HTML and then try customizing your config file if you want to. And the other thing you can do is try to add some custom CSS like that. Number 4, try using a first party plugin, and let's first go to the first step of playing with the CDN. And what we are going to do is I'll open up something here. If you remember, we have our map somewhere. How can I access it? I go here, then to computer, then Macintosh, applications, map. You know where your PHP is, so PHP is around here in PHP mentorship, and then I can create a folder. Hopefully some people have already created. Oh, no, the folder shouldn't be here because I remember we have level 2, so level 2 week 4, and in week 4 this is a Saturday, so we create the Saturday. It should be quick. Then here we can put a project, like maybe we leave the project alone and we just create the files in Saturday. And I'll move this to bin. Then I'll go ahead and open this Saturday in VS Code. And because we looked at terminal last time, I would use the terminal for revision purposes. Oh, I've duplicated the terminal window, which is oh no. Okay, I'll open a new tab here. I'll close that tab and I'll zoom the terminal in so that we can see. Then I'll navigate to what? Applications, is it? And then is there a map? Yes, cd map. There it is. Then I'll cd to htdocs, then PHP mentorship, then level 2, then week 4, then Saturday, like that. Then all I'll do is code dot to start VS Code, and when it has in that to start VS Code in this folder. Now right here I'll create an index.php file, and then I'll start a boilerplate of HTML, and I'll say Tailwind CSS with in PHP. So they said we can add a script tag. So, and this is for development purposes. So if you are pushing your project to production, don't do this. This is for you to learn Tailwind CSS. So we shall go over to here and put the script here, or we can also put the script just before the closing body tag. But for the purpose of this session, I'll just put the script in the edit section and save. Now we said that Tailwind is a utility first. So Tailwind uses classes. Instead of writing CSS, you just use Tailwind classes. For example, if I want to put a background color to the body, all I'll say is I'll put a class equals to bg something. So if I want a bg of green, I'll do that and put a close. Then I will save this up and I'll start mump. Start mump. Then I all the way to the browser. Localhost 88. So this one will help me because I can just put level 2 week 4 Saturday, enter, and I have a challenge. The site can't be reached. Has map started? No, I need to click start here, and then I need to ensure that I do what? I refresh over here, and yes, so we don't have any error so far, but then we are also not seeing the color we specified. So for that case, so for that case, what I'll do, just a moment. Yeah, you've sent some questions, but if it's not, then it's okay. You won't go into that. So here I will you can say you put bg green and we are not seeing anything. So I can go back to Tailwind CSS and see I can go to, let me see where I can go to documentation, getting started with installation. No, we can try concepts. No, we can try going down. And where's color? Backgrounds. So background color. So you can see black. You can see, okay. You see all of that. And then we can say, can come back over here and be sure we can inspect to see if there's any errors. Yeah, this warning is okay. No utility classes were detected in your source files. If this is unexpected, double check. So they say no utility classes were detected, but all I know is that just a moment. So they say oh, did I save? Because this dot here is like an indication that I did not save. So I'll try to save again and then reload again. So I don't see anything over here. What could I be doing wrong? I'm not really sure. Maybe I just need to write something here. And I see test header. Probably that's where the challenge is coming from, because we've not given a height to the body. No, the challenge is not coming from there. So what could I be doing wrong? I'll try to open a certain project. I don't know if I remember the file. Yeah, try to open this project and see. So I can see that the way I did this project is quite similar. Yeah, I think I'd rather try it with some number, but I think I wanna try it with some number. Just let me, because I thought without a number it would be 100, but let me just try it without the number. The number determines the intensity of the color. So yeah, so sorry I had missed out that, but I think this will help. So what I'm gonna do now is to explain this. So in Tailwind we use classes. Tailwind has classes defined for us, and you can find them if you come on their website and you scroll down and you see layouts, you see flexbox and grid, spacing, sizing, typography, backgrounds, border radiuses, you know, and rings, effects, filters. You can see tables, so on and so forth. So all of those are just class color names that we want. Okay, if we want slate will run from, you can see, to run from 50 all the way to the opacity of 900. Gray is the same, green will be the same, zinc, so on and so forth. You know, you see, like the reds are here. So let's say, for example, we want to put up let me say, this header, we want to give it a background of red. You can say bg red 50. So 50 being the smallest of red. What this is gonna be is that, let's see, it's gonna be a slight red. You see, it's red but not red. You know, it's like as if it's white, because we've given it a very, very minimal intensity. If we increase this to 200, for example, we shall see that the intensity of that red will increase. I think you can see that. Now, what if we wanted to center the header to be at the center? We can look for the text utility class, which is it text or positioning? So if we come to text here in typography, we can see text align, text color. So if I click text align, we have left, center, right, justify, start, end. So if I click center, if I put center, you know, if you are putting more than one class on an element, you just separate those classes with a space. So I can write text center like that. The CSS is already provided by this thing we put here. So I'll go over to this, refresh, and the thing has been positioned in the center. So if I want to, you can see that this heading is running across the page. It's like 100% width. So if I want it to be short, I have to look for a let me see, I have to look for minimum width and maximum width. So we shall click the width, and the width runs from W0 all the way to W feet. So they all mean different things, and if you don't know CSS, this is where things can become a little bit funny, but at least you can see here that they are showing you examples. You see, the width of 24 is small, 32, all the way to 96, and they are showing you the code here. So I can try this, try the width of 80. Okay, so I'll go here and put W80 to see. You see that it has already reduced to 80, and now we can look at other things. Okay, like this is how you use the classes. All you do, if you don't know the class, just try your level best to come to the Tailwind website at the docs and start looking at the different things. For example, we also have text colors, like it was here, text color. You can see the different colors. In text inherit, it inherits the color of the parent, text current, text transparent, text black, text slate. So if we go to, let's say we go to our heading and we give it a red text, or maybe, yeah, let's go in the orange 500. Let's see how it will look. So we just put a space and write text orange 500. Like I said, the number means how harsh or hard or how much the color is. Yeah, there you go. So you see, you've not written any CSS, but you can see what this can do. Okay. Now let's go back to the documentation. Okay, and we go back to getting started. So when you are using a CDN, this is what happens, but you may want to customize some of the things. Like you may want to customize what they call slate. You may want to give it a different color code. What they call blue, you may want to give it your shade of blue. So how do you do that? You create a JavaScript with this format, and I understand some people who are watching this might not really know JavaScript, but pardon me, this is for the purpose of this tutorial, how you can customize Tailwind. So what you're gonna do is create a script and then have something, have a variable called tailwind.config, which is an object with a property, which is the Tailwind object, and with a property of config, and you initialize it with something, and it will have a key called theme and a sub key called extend, and then here you can start putting your colors. So if for example, I say blue, and I come over here, I'm going to use the help of VS Code to get the blue. Oh, it has not given it to me, but what can I do? I can just go to internet and say blue color code or hex code. So here, oh, this is Canva. I think that is too much. Okay, there are some shades that we are getting. For example, if I want this blue over here, if I click on it, what will I get? Okay, yeah, let me say I want the midnight blue, so I copy it and take it to here. So this means that my blue is going to be midnight blue shade. So if I come to here, I'll put a div here, give it a class of width what? Width 30, height 30, and BG blue 900. Then I'll close the div and save, and come over here, reload. Oops, the div is not here. Let me see, have I done anything wrong? Width 30, is there width 30? You might find that it's not there. So I can, to be sure, I can go back to the Tailwind website and check the sizes. Where are the sizes? They are here. Width is there 30. Yeah, 30 is not there, so it's 32. So I'll go, and even the height probably it also doesn't have. So I will try this. I'm creating a square, okay, of 32 by 32. Oh, it's not here, but let me see in the, here it is. So I'm just wondering where the problem could be. Probably, let me first give it a different color instead of blue. There might be something wrong. So let me try to give it a different color, probably green. Yeah, it's okay. Green 900 will work on the 500. So let me reload and be sure. Yeah, so the blue was the one causing a problem. So what now, I have to go back to the documentation to see whether I skipped something when we were customizing. It said that edit the Tailwind config object to customize your configuration with your own design. So here you go, then texting. So wait a moment, because I was working with the colors. So I think if I'm working with the backgrounds, I think I have to go, let's see, customizing configure content colors. Let me see here. So it's really good to read using custom colors. BG midnight. So how do they use BG here? Oh, so I don't even need to. So all along I was right. Okay, there's something else I've discovered, that you may want to I think we may have to specify I may have to go back here and blue. So instead of saying blue 900, probably I may just have to say blue, and we see, yes. So this means that if I want the blue to be at the blue of 900 to be that shade, I have to go back and look closely at the documentation, and it shows us here that you specify the color, then you specify the different opacities. So this means that for blue I may have to say this. If I want 900, and that probably, let's give it a try. Then here I put 900. Yeah, it's working now. So if I come back for purposes of really comparing and being sure that our configuration has worked, we are going to see that blue 900 is different from blue. Okay, let's see. Here I'll put 900, and here I'll put 0, just for our so where is blue? So the moment I do this, I've overwritten all the rest. Anyway, we are not here to just learn how to customize every property, but at least we've known that you can customize your color. Okay, so now that we know that you can customize anything in Tailwind, this means that you've seen how powerful Tailwind is, because some people ask themselves that, now if it comes with its own classes, what if I want my own colors? So this is something you can do. You can even come up with a custom color. For example, I can call this my blue. Okay, and the moment I call it my blue, if I refresh, the blues that are not going to show. You see, the blue that is showing is the one that is defined in Tailwind, but the one we've defined is not working. So unless I come here and write my blue, I expect this to work. Yeah, it has worked. So that's one of the things you can do. Let's go to the next step. The next step in the documentation, after on the play CDN, we've customized. Now adding custom CSS. So for example, you want to add your own CSS. What you're gonna do is to follow this syntax you see here. Use type text / Tailwind CSS to add custom CSS that supports all of Tailwind's CSS features. So this is something you can do. You can see what this guy has done, but it's a bit, I would say it's a bit advanced, but that's it. Then you can also say, you can try using a first-party plugin. Enable first-party plugins like forms and typography using plugins query parameter. So you can on here you can enable plugins by doing that, adding that to the URL. Adding these parameters to the URL can help you, but we are not going to look at that today. It's better to look at it when we are really doing learning more or having a deep dive of Tailwind CSS. So what I would advise is that after watching this, you can go set up Tailwind in your project and start experimenting and testing with this. The most important thing would be to test the layouts and look at columns. For example, you see, it would really be great for you to learn how to use columns so that you can do things like these, you know, things like you know, you learn how to develop layouts. You can look at the flex and the grids and learn how to design layouts like these, so on and so forth. So we shall look at how to install Tailwind and do a serious Tailwind project in the next session or episode. But for now, we stop there and I let you go to test, you know, to test the layouts, the sizes, so on and so forth, using the methodology we've learned today. So thank you for watching, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. See you in the next